Я предоставляю сразу слово тогда Альберту для презентации университета Iulm, и увидимся потом уже по повоdu вопросов. Alberto, ti lascio subito la parola. Allora, con la traduzione facciamo in italiano?
In inglese meglio, forse, se va bene.
Come preferisci? Senza traduzione?
Sì, così facciamo prima.
Perfetto. Так, презентация будет на английском языке без перевода. Таким образом, все студенты смогут сразу понять, насколько они могут следить за тем, что происходит на занятиях.
Okay, then. So welcome everybody, and welcome to our presentation. So I will try to share my screen and start right now, start off the presentation, and just asking Bernardo if they can see the slide.
Yes.
That's perfect. So yeah, during this half an hour, so I will talk about our university, which is called Iulm University. We call it Iulm University, which is a private university in Milan, and we concentrate on communication, tourism, and the creative industries. So let's start off telling a bit about our institution. It's not very, very old, but it's not new. So we are just turned 50 now. The university established in 1968 at the beginning as a foreign language university. But at the moment, we are very well known in Italy, and we hope also in Kazakhstan now for being the communication university. So we have 3 different main specializations. The biggest one is dealing with communication. Then we have interpreting and translation, and we also teach faculty about arts and tourism. And one feature we are very well known in Italy is our strong relationships with the job market. So students just come also for the theoretical part, but also for the practical side of teaching. The university is not massive, it's not a huge university. We have around 7,000 students at the moment, and 50% of international students in English taught degrees. So the international community is growing more and more, thanks, of course, to the English taught programs at the moment. We are located in Milan, very close to the center. Maybe I can show you a very, very quick picture about the university as well, and our campus, which is everything is all together with 7 buildings. We are also building the 8th one, and with the park, we've just opened a gym, so it's a real campus. We also have a dedicated subway station, and in 10 minutes you can get it to the city center. You can reach the Duomo in 10 minutes. We have all the different level of programs, starting from undergraduate up to the PhD programs as well. We are, of course, we also very well ranked in Italy, and we also participate in several rankings. And something we stand up, and we are very good at, of course, is the quality of services, because being a smaller university compared to big public ones, of course, we can concentrate on each student and know better their needs and help them if they were and they are, actual individuals, not just the numbers and matriculation numbers. So especially with our international students, we know the story, the family, and all the needs of our students, and we like to think that we are kind of a growing community of international students in Milan. And I don't know whether you have already visited the city, but I'm sure you know a bit about Milan. Milan is not only the Italian capital for fashion and design, but it's also, of course, a very historical city, but also a truly cosmopolitan metropolis. So it's the most European city in Italy. It's very modern as well. It's also the financial capital of Italy, and it's really very multicultural. So I think it's the only place where you can easily live, even without speaking good Italian, because everyone is able to understand English, and it's very multicultural. A lot of people from all over Italy and all over the world flock to Milan, and Milan has this in multiculturalism in its DNA, because actually Milan means in the middle of the plain, in the middle of the land. So since its very inception, since its very foundation, Milan has always been a crossroad of culture, a trading post, and a vibrant city. And it's located in Lombardy. Lombardy is the name of the region where Milan is in. And the Lombardy region is one of the healthiest regions in the European Union, so like Bavaria, and has a lot of job opportunities for our graduates. So, I mean, one of the key features about studying in Italy, of course, is also the possibility of staying after your graduation. And with the student visa, you can also work. You are allowed to work part-time up to 20 hours per week. But after you graduate, you can stay in Italy and extend your permit to stay into a permit to stay for finding a job. And then you can start and build your career in Italy and Lombardy. Three key points, three key aspects about Iulm University. First of all, its international dimension. Of course, being an three-level university system. So we have undergraduate programs lasting 3 years, two kinds of graduate programs. One is the Master of Science lasting 2 years, and the master program lasting 1 year, which are much more professional oriented. And then, of course, the third level of education, which is the doctoral level with PhDs. Bachelor degrees last 3 years in Italy. The admission requirement for Kazakhstani students is 12 years. So either you completed a 12-year high school, or you have an IB, or then you have to take an extra year at the university before enrolling to the bachelor. Our bachelor programs are mainly taught in Italian. Of course, the bulk of the programs are still taught in Italian. You see interpreting, communication, tourism, arts, and fashion. So if you have a B2 level in Italian, that's fine. You can apply and get into our programs. But if you don't speak Italian, we have good news for you, which is our program in corporate communication and public relations. Corporate communication and public relation is very important. It's a flagship program at our university because actually we offer this both in English and in Italian. And it's the first course in public relation to be ever been established in Italy. So it's like also a milestone of the university. It's a 3-year program, so full degree with 180 ECTS, fully recognized around Europe and all around the world. And that's about communication, of course, but not only the theory of communication, but it's for training people who want to become professional communicators. So people able to use communication as a tool to achieve different kind of goals. So be it you want to sell a product or to be elected in the parliament or to support the cause for against the global warming, of course, you need to be effective in your communication. And this program includes both social sciences, so sociology, psychology, and the theory of communication, and the managerial part. Because being a professional means that you work in a competitive and economic-based environment. So you also have to understand management, marketing, research, and economics, alongside with, of course, the communication side and the more quality side of communication. And a third area we teach during the curriculum of public relations is, of course, languages. So we have, of course, professional English and also a second foreign language, and which is going to be Italian for students not speaking Italian. So, I mean, you can also have the opportunity of learning the local language, which is boosting also your employability and the possibility of landing a job after you graduate. Master programs lasting 2 years, which we call Lauree Magistrali, very close to Magistrala, of course. And of course, we offer a lot in Italian. And we especially have 2 programs in English, namely Strategic Communication and Hospitality and Tourism Management. Both programs are also dual degree, meaning they offer the possibility of spending part of the totality of the second year in a part in university abroad and having the chance of getting also another degree from another country. A few words about strategic communication. I won't spend too much time on this because it's very closely related to the bachelor program in corporate communication and public relations. It's kind of the evolution, the pro version of this, of course, at master level. It has an international faculty, of course, and it provides both key managerial skills alongside with communication tools, of course. And that's training people who want to become communication directors or marketing directors, of course. But I think that the most important feature of the program, it's being co-designed by an advisory board. What is an advisory board? It's just a group, a bunch of professionals coming from the industry, coming from companies like international companies like Coca-Cola, or from a very, Italian and multinational company like Ferrero, and they help designing the program. And so also some of those professionals are teaching at the program of strategic communication and provoking and our students through assignments and real challenges, and also offering internship opportunities. So this is just an example of how we work. It is not just this program, but it's a very good example of how we work with companies. So creating a university program which go far beyond the theoretical part and provide you, of course, a safe environment for working in a real job situation. Hospitality and tourism management is as well an extremely interesting program. And I was discussing just a few minutes ago with colleagues of yours and about one Kazakh student who has just graduated from hospitality and tourism management, who is very good. And yeah, he graduated from this program, and he spent all the time in Milan during the pandemic years, but also being able to land internship opportunities in Italy. And this is about the hospitality sector, but it's not an hospitality school. So you don't learn to be a chef, but you learn how to manage the sector. So it's very economic based and managerial based. And it has a lot of job opportunities, and ranging from the online sales and marketing of tourism to theme park to sustainability to destination management as well. And also this program has a double degree option, so students can also apply to spend their second year at the UCF Rosen College of Hospitality, which is one of the top schools in the US for hospitality management. We also provide professional masters. You can take a look. Professional masters are a university master or no university master, depending on the kind of program. They last typically 1 year, and they also include a practical training. So the typical duration of the program is 1 year, but 6 months are devoted to training in terms of schooling of classes, and 6 months are just for the internship. So you get both the theory and the practical side in 1 year. And of course, they are much more specialized. So just to mention the ones in English, they range from international relation to, once again, hospitality, to international marketing, to museology, for instance. Admission requirements for bachelor and master programs are quite similar. Of course, in terms of schooling, for bachelor programs, you need 12 years. So I mentioned that if you don't have 12 years, you can take a foundation program or an extra year at the university in your home country. And you need to be proficient in the language of the program. So be it Italian or English, you need to be B2 in Italian or English, depending. So if you apply for an Italian taught program, you need a B2 in Italian, and the same if you apply for an English taught program. The admission procedure is quite easy because you submit your qualification online, we assess, we give you a go, and if you're eligible, you take an admission test, which is also online. So you do everything from your home without moving. And if you pass the test, of course, you get an admission letter from the university, you get a conditional offer, and then you can progress and do all the paperwork towards getting a student visa. For master degrees, it's quite the same. You need a bachelor degree, so an undergraduate degree in order to apply. Even if you're about to graduate, it's fine. So if you don't possess in this very moment the title, it's fine. So if you're final year, you can apply. Of course, it's language proficiency once again. And in this case, the admission test, it's much more related to the topics related of the program. So it's much more in depth. And we also, of course, value your motivation and aptitude towards this very program. So you will take also an interview, or you have to record an online interview. The application will start at the end of November, so we are about to start application. They will be open until May, but forget about that deadline because it's much better to apply as early as possible. So if application open in November, my strong suggestion is not postpone application until, no later than January, I would say. That's also because we offer also benefits and financial support to students, but we have a limited slots available. So the earlier you apply, the more possibilities you have. Talking about this, which is, I think, extremely important for everyone, the standard rate for international students is 8,400 euros per year for bachelor programs and 9,800 euros for master students. But we have, of course, financial support specifically designed for international students. And I would like to talk a bit about the 50% reduction, which is a very good opportunity because it's based exclusively on merit. So it's based on your high school or on your bachelor final score, which must be equivalent to at least 70% on the maximum score you get. And if you have this kind of score, which is not top, good one, but not extremely good. So you have the possibility of getting a 50% reduction. So you pay half price on the first year, but it's not just of the first year, because if you keep this academic standing, you can get it for the second year and the third year as well. And apart from these, I would say on top of this, we also have the possibility of regional scholarships. Regional scholarships are funded by the local government, but are managed by the university. So you apply through the university. And these are based on academic requirements, but also on the economical status, on the financial status of your family. So with this kind of scholarship, you can get full tuition refund and also a grant. What's the downside of regional scholarship being so attractive is that you apply, but then you get the final result once you're already a student of the university. Our academic year starts in September. You apply in June for the regional scholarship, and you get the final result in November. So basically, you cannot count on this in order to decide whether to come or not, because you get the result once you're already here. But that's why I mentioned the reduction as something which is granted to you and something you can count on before taking the decision of studying in Milan. We also have accommodation, as I mentioned. We have 2 dorms inside the university. Usually we used to have twin rooms. Now they are single rooms because of the pandemic, and which is really a pity because we had to halve the capability of the dorm. But it's worth applying, of course, because having a good room for you inside the campus, it's a great thing. So I see Bernardo, and I see we've run out of time. And so... I would say, like, I'm a bit rusty, but spasibo большое. And so it's time for your questions, if you have any. And please don't hesitate to get in touch with our local representative, so with studies and careers in Kazakhstan or in Russia or wherever, because Bernardo and his team is always great helping us. And if you want to have further information about the university, you can drop us a line, you can contact us through WhatsApp. We can have like a personalized interview, we can have like a chat with current students and whatever. We will be very glad to welcome you in Milan.
Thank you very much, Alberto, for your presentation. As always, very interesting and complete. Yes, we are a little bit out of time for the questions, but I invite all the students that want to have a chat with Alberto and his team at the Iulm virtual stand, and you can follow the conversation with all of the students that would like to have more personal information about their enrollment. Thank you very much again. Спасибо огромное, Альберто, тогда за очень интересную презентацию. Я являюсь студентом, да, Альберто как раз владеет как раз русским языком, поэтому ориентируется в вопросах и в ответах. Вы сможете это проверить, записываясь на индивидуальную консультацию с ним, и сможете таким образом получить ответы на все ваши личные вопросы, которые касаются вашей личной ситуации. Мы сейчас переходим на следующую презентацию. У нас, как я вам говорил, достаточно плотная программа презентации, но если вас заинтересовал какой-то конкретный университет и вы захотите задавать уже индивидуальные вопросы, пожалуйста, запишитесь на индивидуальные консультации или задавайте вопросы в чате вуза непосредственно на виртуальном стенде. Мы переходим на презентацию университета Bocconi, и я вижу уже своего коллегу Якоба как раз вот из международного офиса Bocconi. Презентация будет на английском языке без перевода, так как Bocconi должны обязательно удостовериться, что вы владеете английским языком на достаточно высоком уровне, чтобы у них учиться. Поэтому очень важно как раз, чтобы вы могли все понимать и задавать вопросы, которые есть. Я вижу как раз Якобу из Bocconi уже выходит на связь. Thank you very much, Jacob, for joining us today for the presentation to Kazakh students that are very keen on listening from you information about the very prestigious Bocconi University and what are the programs and what are the conditions to study there. Thank you very much again.
Thank you to you too.